Hello, this is Bart Sharp with Greater Consciousness Through Emotional Transformation. I am at Pic du Boucourage in southern France. How did I get here? Well, it all started about 5 months ago, back in February, when I was talking to a friend about living in another country. And when we had the conversation, something felt much lighter in my body, particularly in my heart. And I took that as a signal, as I usually do when my body communicates such sensations, knowing that there was something for me. I was listening to the energy of my body. And once I get that signal, I start asking questions, such as, what would it be like for me to live in another country? And when I ask the question, of course, more energy expands. And I know something is there. I know there's something there for me. So I went to Facebook and put it out there in another question. What would it be like to live in another country for 3 to 6 months? And where would you go? And I got all kinds of answers, not knowing what to expect. But one of the answers I received was southern France. And when I read that, I go, oh wow, southern France is right for me. I've always been fascinated with it. So there was the seed planted. And I knew there was something right, because when I think of southern France, my energy expands. Something in my heart expands and grows. Just like a big light inside. That's my signal. Everybody has a different signal of what their excitement, what their energy is. It's an inner knowing. So, the seed was planted. And not long after that, I received a phone call from a friend who said, Bart, are you really serious about leaving the country? Because if you do, I would like to rent your house. And at that instant, I knew the trip was on. I had somebody to watch my house I trusted and who would pay me money. And I would take that money and have it the seed money for my vacation. Of course, this was something in consciousness. When my heart expands with something so intense, so big, I know it's right for me. And suddenly my business doubled, as consciousness supports consciousness. And it was not long, I was buying my tickets on the plane and on this adventure. And somewhere in this adventure, I found myself renting a wonderful room from a wonderful person who is at the doorstep of the most powerful mountain, Pic du Boucourage, that I've ever experienced. It's incomparable. I've been to Sedona, Hawaii, Mexico, volcanoes, various other places. This place is more amazing. Consciousness supported me. An inner knowing supported me, guiding me here, providing me with the money and all the other things I needed, the information and the people. And it's a good lesson in life when we follow the energy in our knowing, in our body, ask questions about this bigger, what we need to create. It's like planting seeds. What would it take for me to have the funds to go to southern France? It's a question. I plant the seed in the universe, and it just starts to blossom. Of course, I need to go out and do all the other things to make it happen. But it empowers me in a way that's bigger than my intellect, bigger than other things. So I always live in the question of life. And consciousness supports me when it's a more conscious synchronicity. And my body will always tell me when it's right for me in synchronicity. Then I have the choice to follow. And when I follow, great things happen. So this is Bart Sharp with Greater Consciousness Through Emotional Transformation, inviting you to find the great trip of your life. Maybe it will be Pic du Boucourage in southern France. Be empowered. Enjoy your life.